Margaret Whitmore hadn't entered a bakery in 20 years, not since the morning she chose her career over the daughter she'd never see again. But when the aroma of lavender scones stopped her outside Clara's corner, she froze. There behind the counter stood a girl with her late mother's eyes and Margaret's own hands. Margaret Whitmore hadn't stepped inside a bakery since 2003, not since the morning she deboarded a flight to Paris instead of attending her daughter Lilia's high school graduation. The scent of butter and lavender now stopped her cold outside Clara's corner, a sun-faded shop wedged between a hardware store and a vacant lot. Her driver waited at the curb, but Margaret's cane tapped toward the entrance, drawn by something deeper than curiosity. Inside, dust motes danced in the afternoon light, and there she was, a girl of maybe 18, rolling dough behind the counter. Freckles, chestnut hair in a messy braid, and hands Margaret's own slender fingers, deft and sure, pinching sugar into petal shapes. The girl looked up, and Margaret's breath caught. Lilia's eyes stared back at her, not softened by age, but alive and sharp. "Can I help you?" The girl's voice held none of Lilia's old resentment, only polite distance. Margaret gripped her cane, knuckles whitening. "The lavender scones," she managed. "My daughter, she loved them." The girl's expression softened. "My mom's recipe." She slid a scone onto a plate. "She always said they heal broken things." Margaret's throat tightened. Before she could speak, the kitchen curtain swung open. An older woman emerged, wiping floor-streaked hands on an apron embroidered with Clara. Margaret froze. The apron's stitching matched the one she bought Lily for her 16th birthday, the same swirling script. Clara followed Margaret's gaze, her face paling. "Margaret." The name hung between them like a verdict. Without a word, Margaret turned, the bell jingling behind her. That night, she sat in her penthouse, staring at the uneaten scone. The bakery's crumpled receipt lay beside Lilia's obituary. 8 years old. Cancer, survived by one daughter. At dawn, Margaret returned. She didn't enter, just watched through the window as Clara taught the girl to knead dough, their laughter muffled by glass. On the third morning, Margaret arrived early, bought every scone and left the envelope taped to the door. Inside, a photo of Lily at 15, grinning beside Margaret at a fashion show, and a note in shaky script: "I'd like to know her, if you'll allow it." The next day, the girl was waiting outside, holding 2 steaming mugs. "I am Emma," she said, handing Margaret one. "Mom said you'd come back eventually." Margaret's hand trembled as she took the coffee. "She told you about me?" "No," Emma admitted, "but she kept your scarf in her hope chest. The blue one with the birds." Margaret touched her throat, where that very scarf now lay. May I sit with you a while?" Emma nodded, patting the steps. They sat in silence as the bakery oven warmed the sidewalk beneath them, the scent of lavender threading through the morning air like forgiveness.